Hey guys, welcome back to Rosalind's Medical Medium Experiment. I just want to talk to you guys about a few things. Mostly my session with Pam this week. This week's been really tough in a whole different aspect from the medical medium stuff. It's just been it's just different. There's some things going on, and then I had a really big revelation that's just been brewing over the past few weeks. And as you know, with these detox, more comes up than just what you're healing from. Oh yeah, I cut my hair. So there is I had to get the dead gone. I was just over it. And then the medical medium stuff makes it so freaking curly. I thought I was going to miss my hair. I don't miss it. I'm just kind of like, woohoo, it's gone, whatever. It looks so different. I don't feel like I've ever had my hair this curly before. And I still don't look and feel exactly like me. So, but I don't hate it. So I'm just like, okay, we'll just keep going. All right, whatever. It probably will never be shorter than this, but it's just all the dead had to go. So that's kind of what's going on. It's the dead, the crap, the unnecessary stuff has to go. So anyway, Pam Gotcher, PamGotcher.com. I worked with her and this week again, and so wanted to share with you the weird things that have been kept coming up to this appointment. And the appointment, the session we did was on self-punishment, and that just surfaced like no other. And I've always self-punished. I'm realizing this now. I've always done something in some shape or form or some way to try to get to a feeling. I'm very, very super feeling oriented. That's why I'm a massage therapist, most likely. That's why I love the medical medium protocol, because I feel like I've never felt before, ever felt. And even going through the detox stuff, when I don't feel good, it still feels better than I do when I eat the crap food, which is probably why it makes it each time, each journey, each level per se, so much easier, because I fall off the wagon. I do. I mean, I'm just not perfect, and I'm not gonna be. And life is real, and I just keep trying things and keep experimenting with things, and then I have a hard time with things, and I'm just I'm eating that. That's what I'm doing right now. And then when I eat it and I eat like that for a few days, I'm like, I'm not eating like this anymore. I absolutely hate it. So that's what the self-punishment stuff talks about. And so I got her to do self-punishment revolving around food. And then that surfaced more stuff where I have this thing I learned as a child that I can't say I leave my body, because if I left my body, I would die. But I hover, and I can be in such stressful, frustrating moments, such a stressful thing for me personally, that I literally will just nope, I'm up here, I'm out of this, I cannot deal with this. I don't know how else to explain it but I have learned to do that. And so now I am trying to teach myself to be present, to be in my body and in the moment, which usually if I'm frustrated, then since I can't leave anymore, or I can't do this, or I can't do that, or I can't have drugs, or I can't smoke cigarettes, or I can't have wild sex with people, or whatever, the stuff that I used to do, because I did it. I would be dating people. I wasn't that slutty. maybe I was sometimes when there was like lots of alcohol involved and some drugs and stuff like that. I mean, I did whatever the heck I wanted to, with no concern of my body or my soul or any other part of me. And that's just real, and that's just me. But and then food, like if when I quit doing that and realizing how that bad that was, then I did food, and I've been on the food wagon for a very long time, and I check out by eating foods that are not good for me, which is why I gained up to I've put on almost 100 pounds bigger than I ever was when I was at the weight I wanted to be at. And I would not say it's a stable weight. So I would self-punish myself. And so now that I'm in my body more, food was a big thing. Now that I can't, I don't have a security blanket and I can't turn to food anymore, I don't know what to do. There's a lot of times when I will just sit at my desk and I will just clutch my bottle. A lot of times it would be my smoothies. I would just hold them because I could not do anything else but that. And I didn't know what else to do. And then there's also these other times when my mind would just race and this would happen, and I'm just like, I'm going to get something that I'm not supposed to have. I'm going to get some crap food, and that's just what it is. So anyway, so we worked on self-punishment, and I have to read this. These are my notes. And so the first thing that came up for her, because she does the medical medium stuff, so all this correlates, which makes things a lot more helpful, is we talked about the adrenaline and how I guess my adrenaline would go up because adrenaline for me, because I have the adrenal fatigue, but trying to figure out how to make all that work is not that easy. So when my adrenaline would go up, the foods would settle me down. Or if my adrenaline would crash, then the foods would give me a little more energy. So those two correlated a lot together. And sometimes sometimes I guess instead of feeling like I'm punishing myself with food, I'm just dealing with adrenal stuff. So that was very interesting. It's even more interesting reading back this now. So the other cool thing is some of this is probably not going to make much sense to y'all, but she would ask my body or ask my subconscious whether or not what kind of energies or what's going on with this. And a lot of times in my sessions, it has to do with mental energy, which makes sense because I have a lot of mental stuff going on because of the adrenals. And there was different times in my life when I didn't have a will to live because I was in abusive relationships and this and that. And don't feel sad for me. It's life. I have gotten through all of that stuff. That ain't even that hard. Doing the medical medium protocol can be a lot more challenging than those relationships. So, don't worry about all that kind of stuff. I'm pretty good. I've done lots of emotional coaching and therapies and stuff, and I've gotten through most of those. Getting through this is my next journey. That's what I am more worried about and more focused on. And I will have to say that my spiritual, whatever's going on with me spiritually and my connection to God and my connection to love and light and the things I'm asking for and the things that are happening are pretty magical, and I want more of them, and I want to feel more. And I think that's a scary thing to say coming from me because I feel so much anyways, but I do want to feel more connected with my God. I want to feel more connected and have faith that this is going to happen and it's going to come together and it's going to be blessed and it's going to be easier, and I'm going to be able to share more things with y'all so it's easier for you to go through your journey. because I feel so tied into it right now that like I can't leave it. I go and do something or feel something, and I'm like, I think I just ate a food I wasn't supposed to have, or I don't feel as good, so this doesn't work. And there's all these feelings with it, and so I'm really wondering and going through things to see what's going to happen, and just want to be able to share things with y'all that are really, really cool, that are not on the regular internet, which is kind of weird because the internet has everything. But if I can just share some of that blessed stuff that people go through and like have amazing things happen, and it's from the fruits and vegetables and the connection, then that would be cool. Like I talked with my mom this weekend because they are trying to be as supportive as they can be. They've gotten to the point where they really just allow me to be, and then they say, do you want me to fix you something? What can I fix you? And then I'm like, no, I'll just take care of it. I'll fix it myself. And but then whenever things are tough, like my mom, I really just did say to her, I was like, listen, I don't know anybody else that's as strong as I am that can do this, and kind of start to guide the way. And not like in the world, just in my, village, in my connection, in my community, with my family and stuff. And I said, I know that y'all don't understand why I do this, and I know that I've tried to explain things. I was like, but I just feel like I have to do this. Like this is God's calling for me. I always thought massage was God's calling, but massage was to get to this place. And then this place is going to get me to the next place, and it's going to get me to the next place. And that's exciting and fun, and I'm kind of just ready to be a vegan completely and like be there and get through this hump and these healing things and know my stuff and get on my journey. So, and not feel, y'all can really relate to this, not feel forced or like I have to do this, or I want it to, I know in my heart of hearts that this can be easier, and it will feel easier around people, and it will feel easier with my family, and it will feel easier in my workplace, and it will feel easier when I'm preparing my food. And I am ready, and I'm saying this here because I want this to happen. I'm ready for this to be easier. I'm ready for this to just feel like a breeze, and this is what it is, and I can like focus on the many things that happen and share those things and just build from there. That is what I'm looking for. And that's fixing to happen. I just feel it because I just said it. So that is where I am, and I'm in the 2 days from Pam's session, so I'm in some residual stuff that's going on that is going to be released from the self-punishment. I can feel that as well, and so I'm just going to let that happen and see what else comes about from this and go from there. So I haven't figured out my next thing. I have thought about doing a 3-day raw, just completely raw, and just to experiment and see how it is, because whenever I say I'm experimenting, it makes it so much funner. I've also thought about doing a week of no fat, or like maybe avocado, maybe chia seeds, but nothing else, not much more than that. And so I'm going to think about it and play with it and see what happens. And we'll go from there. And if y'all have any suggestions, if you have any questions, if you're curious about anything, let me know and we'll just see what happens. So I love you guys. You can do this. We can do this. Make it as fun as you possibly can, because we need as much laughter and happiness as we can. And just keep eating different foods and trying things, and let me know how you feel. Okay, I hope this helped, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.